Hello. Yes, I am recording. I just want to make sure. As much time as I spend on Zooms, I'm doing this video via Zoom because I have Zoom, other Zooms, and but this is a Zoom between me, myself, and I, and you all, because since I needed to already be set up for a group Zoom, I just figured, you know what, I'm going to just use this platform that I already have that's already set up to record a video to share with you all. This video, I was inspired to do this particular video because I wanted, which is unrehearsed. None of my videos are unrehearsed. As case in point, the last video I did, which was in the park, the bay softball field, right? But this video was inspired. I want to do this because I feel like it's time, as I'm in the process of working on my personal strategic plan for both my personal stuff and for my business. I wanted to first reintroduce myself to all of you and what inspired me to do this reintroduction is because I recently received, I've been getting a lot of invitations to participate in a lot of things, which is good. I'm not complaining. But this particular invitation made me really just stop and go, just kind of think about my why. Like, why am I here? How am I here? Why am I here? Why am I staying? And I say that in the presence of wanting to about my starting my own business and being an entrepreneur, because this particular invitation, it was from an organization, the company from whom I purchase my business insurance and from whom I get my professional liability insurance. And they have, and they focus on like small businesses and insuring small businesses, right? And the campaign, it's called a Dreams campaign, right? The Dreams campaign. I was like, And I'm reading because I printed it because I want to make sure that I do not misstate what the purpose of the campaign is. And it is, the Dreams campaign captures the courageous moment when an entrepreneur turns a lifelong dream into a full-time business. And I was like, that's a pretty cool story, but that's not my story, right? It said, it goes on to say, if you had a dream of starting a business and turning it into a reality, tell us about it, right? And I'm like, that's pretty cool, but that's not my story. It's a great story, that people, that some entrepreneurs always had a dream of being, self-employed. And I think that's fabulous. That is just not my story. So I said, what is my story? What is my why? How did I get here? And I just have decided that I arrived here at my good to great innovative solutions. I arrived here because I believe that it is the fulfillment of a destiny. I do. I believe it's a fulfillment of a destiny. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to give you some examples. First example is back in the day, 1987, I graduated high school, 1987. And a statement that, and I tell you, I remember everything. I really, really do. But for many of you know, my junior year in high school, March 15th, 1986, to be exact, I lost my mother tragically. And it was really, well, there are no words to describe, any loss, of a loved one. When it's tragic, it does something to you in terms of changing your movement, how you operate, right? But my mother lost her life just 3 months shy of her 40th birthday. So she did not make it to see her 40th birthday. And it was, and it was incredibly hard, and those who were present back in the day know the difficulty of my overcoming that. And so I came back, a lot of people didn't think I was going to make it. I didn't even know if I was going to make it, to be honest with you. But I came back my senior year, and I did it. I got it done. Not only I graduated in the top 10% of my class, but there's just a lot of other achievements that I got done my senior year. And at our graduation, I don't know if they still do this, but they would give out this award. It's called the Most Deserving Student Award, right? And the principal, Mr. O'Shea, at the time, I remember he said, this year's recipient of the Most Deserving Student Award has demonstrated that she is a natural born leader. And I remember he said it. I have the cassette. I don't know where it is now, but I've listened to it since then. But he and then he goes on to state the things that I did. And as he's calling off these things, these accomplishments, everyone around me, my classmates were like, that D, that's you. That's you. That's D. And and they said, D, that's you. He's talking about you, right? And once I caught it and realized that I was like, yeah, he is talking about me. And so it was the statement that he said, natural born leader, particularly in light of what I had overcome, and the fact that I still turned around my senior year, the following year, and accomplished all these things. It's like, no, you're doing what you were naturally born. You are a natural born leader. And in that moment, however many years ago that was, y'all do the math, it was 1987, and this is 2001. But I remember then that I said, I don't know, I'm going to wake up every day. Like, I'm going to do the best that I can every day. So if I would say my lifelong dream was to make it. Like, I just want to make it to see another day. And then when that day comes, then I will dream to see the next day, and I will just live just one day at a time. I want to be here for everything that I'm supposed to be here for, right? And that was a promise that I made to myself on that day I graduated high school in 1987, right? And have I always gotten it right? I don't know. Who has? And anyone who likes to try to claim that they have always got it right, they're lying. If nothing else, they're just lying to themselves. It's just not true. No one's getting it right all the time. You do the best that you can with what you have. You do your best and you forget the rest, right? And that's basically what it is. And so, and that's where, and there's been so many examples of how people have been placed in my life that have just spoken life over my life, that have just said, yeah, that part. Yes, that part. I remember, fast forward to many years later to my adult life, someone said to me when I was still at my previous place of employment before I started my business, which I shall not name, but anybody watch this video who knows current Demetra knows what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to state the name of the organization in this video. But someone there with whom I developed a very, very close relationship, and this was like back in 2014. This person made a statement to me that this person was not an employee. They were affiliated with the organization, but they were not employed there. They were affiliated with the organization. I'm just going to leave it there. But this person made a statement where she said to me, she named the organization, said, they do not deserve a Demetra Tate. The world deserves a Demetra Tate. You need to get out of there, right? But what I did, I stayed, because something that I've just prided myself on being a model employee and just doing everything, doing the best that I can, and keeping my promise and keeping my word. It's like, if I took this job, I'm going to do this job, and I'm going to do this job to the best of my ability. And so my commitment to doing that particular job to the best of my ability, it almost cost me my life. And those who know that I had a really health scare. I was in the hospital for a few days. And even after that, you guys, your girl still didn't learn. Like, I just kept going. So when it happened again, I said, this is it. This is it. Like in that moment, I chose life over death. And it's like, and that's what I did. And so in doing that, I started replaying all of these positive vibes that had been spoken and put into my life. And that was how I just said, I know what I am doing. I'm good at what I do. No one can do it better than me. There is not a person out there that knows more about the effective operations of nonprofit organizations than me. I know, I got a certificate in the super circulars with the federal government. It's like, I know these things and I know how to work smarter, not harder. And I know what the roadblocks are that keep people from doing it. And that is why I started my business. It was because I know that there's a better way. We can work smarter. We don't have to work harder. We just need to work smarter. You know, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. We need to get rid of all these daggone boxes and just do the daggone work, and that's it. And there really is a better way, a more effective way that we can operate more efficiently. And I can prove it. Some people don't like the fact that I can prove it, but that's not my problem. That's theirs. But I know I'm right. And we can do more. I give you guys one example. I had a client last year who he said that he was looking for a bookkeeper, right? He was looking for a bookkeeper. And so I said, well, what is the problem that you're trying to solve? What's the problem? Why do you need a bookkeeper? I mean, I'm just curious because I feel that if you're hiring someone because there's a problem that you're trying to solve. So what is the problem that you're trying to solve? And so, when he said to me, he says, "What?" It's better to die. He goes, whatever. And I'm like, you still not telling me what the problem is you're trying. I know what you want the person to do, but what is the problem that you're trying to solve? This is what, like, work with me here. And long story short, he didn't need a bookkeeper. He just needed a good calculator. A new file cabinet. I mean, this is crazy. And so this is what I am committed to do, and I'm not going to stop until I'm done. That's it. And so this is what my business is. This is how I got here. I'm not going back. Please stop sending me position descriptions, because the only company for whom I am interested in being an employee is Good to Great Innovative Solutions, G2G. And so, let's talk. So that's what I do, and that's how I got here, and I love it. Is it easy? No, it's not. It's hard. It's hard. It would be, but I trust myself to be the expert. Lesson 1 of my book, for those who have read it, The Method to the Magic. Lesson 1 is trust yourself to be the expert, and that's what I do. I know what I'm doing, and so and if you want to talk to me, I can show you that there's a better way. There's a smarter way to do the things that you're making hard. And that is my business model. That is how I got here. That is the entrepreneur story. So my lifelong dream was just to make it and just to be here to see the next new day. And I'm glad that I finally arrived. So that's my story. So give me a call. You can go on my website, www. I did my own website, you guys. I sure did. People say, how did you, I figured it out. I can read. I figured it out. I did my website. I don't do websites, but I did mine, and I'm proud of it, right? So there is on my scheduling, the contacts on my scheduling page of my website. There's a section there where you can reach out to me and contact me there, and I do 30-minute free consultations. I do, and then let's talk. And if it works for you, it works. I said, I had someone laughing the other day, and they said, somebody said that expression where people say, throw something against the wall and hope it sticks. And I said, well, it'd be easier if you just only throw sticky stuff. Just throw sticky stuff, and then it will stick on the wall. So that's what we'll talk about during the 30-minute consultation. I'll just throw sticky stuff. And if it sticks, it's not what I threw, it's just the wall. Something's wrong with the wall. Okay. All right. So I will talk to you guys soon. So this is the reintroduction of Demetra Tate, and I look forward to connecting with you soon.